fact is, India is a very important business for Procter & Gamble, and I spent the first part of this week with our Indian operation. We have nearly 1,500 employees here, and our India business has more than quadrupled over the last 5 years. P&G is now among the fastest growing hair care companies in India. We're a leader in baby care, health care, feminine care, and men's grooming. Our company's been recognized consistently as one of India's best companies to work for, which is an important, particularly important recognition for us. We expect the India business to become increasingly important to P&G's overall growth in the years ahead, and we're committed to helping stimulate India's economic growth through our brands and through our people. The focus area of this year's Global Summit is highly consistent with P&G's own focus areas, and it's a real pleasure to be part of this conversation that you're having here this week. I want to use my time today to talk about why innovation matters and how innovation can be managed as a disciplined, reliable process. We're strong believers in the power of innovation at P&G, and our company has a track record of innovation leadership that stretches back for many, many decades. Now, I won't suggest for a moment that we have it all figured out. We don't. But I believe our experience may be valuable to those of you who lead innovation or have a stake in the success of innovation at your companies or at your institutions. Before I get into this topic, I'd like to share just a bit of background about Procter & Gamble. The best way to introduce you to P&G is to introduce our brands. P&G is a company of brands. We've been a company of brands for 171 years. Our brands have been touching and improving consumers' lives in small but meaningful ways every day. We compete in more than 20 product categories, often with 2 or more leading brands in a single category. We have $23 billion brands and 20 brands with sales between $500 million and $1 billion. These brands are sold in more than 180 countries. Today we reach 3.5 billion consumers worldwide. That's 1 billion more than we were reaching at the beginning of the decade, and 1 billion less than we expect to reach by early in the next decade. Here's just a brief glimpse of a few of P&G brands as consumers see and experience them around the world. Please watch. Equally as important, though not as visible as our brands, are P&G people. We have operations on the ground in nearly 90 countries. We have nearly 140,000 employees worldwide, the most diverse organization in P&G's history. In fact, P&Gers represent more than 140 nationalities and ethnicities. Consumers drive P&G's business model, which is focused on delighting people and delighting the people we serve from the moment they hear about a P&G brand and a product to when they choose it at the store shelf to when they use and experience it at home. This is how we create loyal consumers, P&G's most important stakeholders. Loyal consumers buy our brands more regularly and more often. They are less price sensitive and buy more at full or list price. They use more products in the product lineup. They're more willing to expand the regimen of product usage. And they often become ambassadors for our brands in their communities. To create loyal consumers, P&G brands must become a trusted and often intimate part of people's lives. Now, we're not curing cancer, but we are caring for babies and for pets. We make everyday chores like cleaning houses and bathrooms easier and even on some occasions enjoyable. We make literally billions of people look and feel better every single day. In short, we care for you and we care for your family. And that brings me back to my topic for today, which is innovation. Innovation is always a hot topic. There are legions of books, articles, speakers, consultants, awards, and more, all focused on innovation. But in the midst of all this noise and attention, I think it's important to begin with the most basic of questions. Why does innovation really matter? Why is it important? And what do we know about innovating successfully? Innovation matters for two fundamental reasons. First and foremost, innovation is the key to improving the quality of life for people in every part of the world. We face enormous challenges today as individual companies and institutions, but also as nations, as societies, and really as a planet as a whole. I believe most, if not all, these challenges can be highly responsive to innovation. We're not innovating boldly enough in as many areas as I think we could and we should be doing. Second, innovation is the primary driver of business, financial, and economic growth. I don't know of a company or a country that has prospered and grown over the long term that has not also been an innovation leader. This fundamental importance of innovation creates a unique demand for leadership. We need strong innovation leaders, not just in our labs and in our universities, but at the senior levels in business, in legislative and policy roles, and in not-for-profit and non-government institutions. Innovation is 21st century leadership, and that's why I'm here today. I believe, and our P&G experience supports this, that there are a few critical lessons about how to inspire and how to manage game-changing innovation. Innovation that improves lives and innovation that drives growth. I want to talk about those lessons, and then I'll be happy to take your questions at the end. The critical lessons from P&G's experience is that innovation must be consumer-driven, and it must be managed as a social process. At the end of the day, innovation is a human activity. On one hand, innovation benefits human beings, and ideally it should be inspired by and focused against their needs and aspirations. At the same time, innovation requires human creativity and human collaboration. It should not be managed as a mechanical process, but rather as a flexible social process that very deliberately enables creativity and connections and collaboration. To do this at P&G, we have focused on two things. First, we define innovation broadly: what it is, where it comes from,